What has this April been like, temperature-wise? Is this normal? It's very hot.
Yes, it's my goodness. I can. To tell you the truth, I do not like sun. I like gray days. So because it's healthy, sun is for you. Maybe you do love. British people like sunny days. It's not my case. Even plants prefer a shadow atmosphere because sun is it dries everything. When I bought, my wife and I bought this property, it was empty. There was nothing in here because it was an agricultural property. So we decided that it was absolutely necessary to create shadow because summers here, spring, summer and autumn are very hot. So we needed urgently to create shadows near the house. So we bought huge trees near the house and then we began to buy other trees smaller, a little bit far away from the house. But every year we try to put a line of trees and from one side to the other of the property. And when it happens 4 or 5 years that they began to create shadow, we put another small plant so that they can take advantage of the shadow. And we do not need water much because water here is scarce. What I try to do is at first I say plants that cover plant in not that size. Then a little bit shrubs, 1 meter or so. So we have like a stair, and then trees in order to create 3 levels of, so that the view can enjoy 3 different levels of plants of nature. So when it's flowers, some flowers are yellow, some different colors according to the season. This is one problem we have here, the soil, alkaline soil. And the second problem is that water is scarce. And so during winter, we keep water. Probably you have seen a lot of bins, many bins, in order to keep every liter of water from the well in winter, so that in summertime and springtime, I can use it and water all the plants. Although I try to put Mediterranean plants that are adapted to our dry climate. Anyway, I try others from everywhere, and some can resist and some adapt to both temperature, water, and the soil. And I also have decided to create, in order to avoid getting away grass, I put stones, different kind of stones, or as you can see here, round stones, or palm trees. When I cut the palms, I put here the leaves in order to create a surface which keeps humidity and avoid other herbs to grow. Here you have different kind of stone, round, white, brown, or whatever. This is water, the most essential. Water is life.
What motivates you to do this?
Well, since I was a child, I love nature, animals and plants. And like that, we decided when we got money to have a property in order to create. I have a small greenhouse in there where I try to create from the seeds small plants. We can have a look if you want. It's not pretty because it's a little bit, it's not very organized. This is what I do. I put trees, the small seed, and this is the beginning of life. The very beginning. You see, it's a 2 days life, 1 or 3 days life. As you can see, this is like a miracle that from one seed you can see this wonderful small tree. Or this other one. From there up until the end of the property, there's nothing. It's just the beginning of the trees. They are smaller than the rest of the house. Near the house, they are huge trees, and here they are smaller. But in 5 or 4 years, they will create shadow. The question is that you can walk in the shadow of the trees.
What's the best experience you have of doing this? What makes you? What has been the happiest thing?
Well, that to have, you see, like different plants. If you touch this, please, can you touch this and smell? Touch it, please, and tell me if you recognize the smell. Please, smell. What is that? Citronelle.
Ah, yeah.
Citronelle. In order to mosquitoes,
yeah.
it's like lemon.
Why is that the best experience?
Oh, the best experience is to keep a plant that comes from, I don't know, from Australia or from Mozambique or anywhere in the world, and after 1 year or two, it remains alive. This is the personal happiness to me.
What is the worst part, the most difficult
the
part
worst
of?
is fighting against the lack of water. I water in well, at home I have a computer, and every year the new plants are in the computer, so that I can remember all who need water urgently in order to don't forget it, because sometimes I forget. So the computer reminds me who are the newest, so that I keep in mind.
What have you learned about life
Well-
from doing this garden?
Well, to tell you the truth, I have learned by myself, because in fact, I'm a teacher. I teach in elementary school. But since I was a child, I love plants and animals, and I began to read. And of course, I have friends that are people who really knows, who have studied them. So I ask them questions when I have doubts or whatever. But most of my knowledge has been because I have made many mistakes and errors, and I have learned discovering by reading or asking people who really knows.
What does this garden teach you, Joaquin, about the whole of life, your life?
Yeah, well, I think it's every day a small effort. Not one day or 2 or 3 days, huge effort, but every day a small quantity of effort, but in a way of little bit, like no stop. And so when I see from the distance, I do not see the house because it's covered by trees, and that makes me feel happy, because in the beginning there were no animals. Now you can listen birds, you can see insects, reptiles, anytime, anywhere. Even I have seen snakes making love, which is absolutely wonderful. Snake is an animal that almost everybody hates, but making love is like something like a mysterious. It's like a dance. It takes almost an hour dancing. They clump close, they separate, and it's beautiful. So it shocked me to see that, and listen to birds, and that's all. Nature. In the end, this if I have helped the world to be a little bit greener, a little bit healthier, I think it's okay. I think it should be mandatory or compulsory for everyone to plant a tree at least in the life, or 10, with the help of the governments of the cities to create terrains so that people could plant in order to help the environment, so that next generation have a cleaner air, and biodiversity takes its way in a positive direction, not the opposite. So.
Thanks for watching, folks. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and if you'd like more info on Joaquin and his amazing house, click on more below to access more information.